Matthew's Gospel. Building burning out all around. It ain't burning though. You need prayer. You can't lay hands on yourself.
Well,
Call someone you know has a power of prayer.
yes, yes.
In the next 2 days, I'm going to ask y'all to pray for y'all pastor.
Amen.
Pray for your pastor. Matthew, the 26th chapter. Bless his name. Read yes and hear it with the light. God, I see you. I said when it was Eddie Long was scandal, we talked about him because it was another denomination. We didn't get our attention about playing church. Came back in Zachary Timms. We talked about them because it wasn't our denomination. Now he has hit us. What more does he have to do to get our attention? 26th chapter, verse number, starting at verse number 36. The New Living Translation. Then Jesus went with them to the olive grove called Gethsemane. He said, sit here while I go over there to pray. He took Peter and Zebedee's 2 sons, James and John, and he became anguish and distress. He told them, my soul is crushed with grief to the point of death. Stay here and keep watch with me. He went on a little farther and bowed his face to the ground, praying, my Father, if it is possible, let this cup of suffering be taken away from me. Yet I want your will to be done, not mine. Then he returned to the disciples and found them asleep. He said to Peter, couldn't you watch with me even 1 hour? Keep watch and pray so that you will not give in to temptation. For the spirit is willing, but the body is weak. Then Jesus left them a second time and prayed, my Father, if this cup cannot be taken away unless I drink it, your will be done. When he returned to them again, he found them sleeping, for they couldn't keep their eyes open. So he went to pray a third time, saying the same thing again. Then he came to his disciples and said, go ahead and sleep. Have your rest. But look, the time has come. The Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of the sinners. Up, let's be going. Look, my betrayer is here. Then Jesus left them a second time and prayed, my Father, if this cup cannot be taken away unless I drink it, your will be done. But as long as his time and mine is to share, think with me on this topic. You are going to get the one I had for today next week. How to get rid of the snakes in your life. Well, today is how to drink what's in your cup. How to drink what's in your cup. I love cups, pretty cups. People come over to the house and find me drinking either tea or coffee in a different cup. Just can't be a white cup somewhere. I like pretty cups. I like to sit back on the couch and look at the cup and got little cups, I have big cups, but I like pretty cups. Cups come in all sizes. And it doesn't matter the issues of your life. There are going to be times in our life that when we feel as if our cups are overflowing with trouble.
Yeah.
Look like the cup overflows so much that you have to go get another cup and start pouring stuff into it. Trouble comes, bitterness instead of happiness, sweetness instead of it comes. Some of you fill your cups with tears, wondering how you're going to make it. You sit to drink your morning cup of coffee, and before long, the troubles of life have come upon you, and you find that instead of drinking what's in the cup, you're filling your cup with tears.
Yes.
No cup of ours can ever be compared to the cup that Jesus himself looked into as he prayed to his Father in the garden. Cups, look at your life. You got some good cups, and you know, when I'm happy and everything is going all right, I have a beautiful pink and green cup that I go and I make my tea in. But when things are kind of burdening and things are on me, I got this little green cup that looks like it's all jacked up. And I start drinking from it. Cups. We have cups in our lives filled with stuff. Some of you have invisible cups. You have one cup that's labeled with family. You got another cup labeled with finances. You got another cup labeled with relationships. But you have cups. How do you help? How do you drink from the cups of life? Matthew was one of Jesus' 12 disciples. Once he was a despised tax collector. But his life was changed by this man named Jesus. Jesus from Galilee. Matthew wrote the gospel to his fellow Jews to prove that Jesus is the Messiah and to explain God's kingdom. Matthew begins his account of giving Jesus genealogy. He tells of the birth and the early years, including his family escape to Egypt from King Herod, and then his return to Nazareth. In Matthew's final chapters, he focused on Jesus' final days on earth, the Last Supper, and now the prayer in the garden. Jesus was in great sorrow. Yes, Jesus, the one who has all power in his hand. Jesus, the one who knows everything. Jesus was sorry. Jesus was in distress over the approaching physical pain and separation from the Father. Jesus was in distress over the death for the sins of the world. I can imagine that he looked down into the cup, and he looked down into over 2,000 generations, and he looked at us today, and he saw his people. He saw the sins that we're going to commit, the lies we're going to take, the backbiting in the gospel. He looked at all the stuff, the whining and complaining, the excuses. He looked at all of us in the cup. He said, "Oh Lord, let this cup pass from me." I don't know about what he saw in your life. I can only tell you if he looked at my life. He can say, "I don't think so." But because of who he was,